High school football, Central Catholic hosting Avon Lake Region 6 semifinals tonight at Gallagher Stadium. Irish slow start spotted the Shoremen 9 points, and that proved to be too big of a hole to overcome. Irish comeback falling short, 16-14 the final score. Certainly a tough way for the Central Catholic season to end, as Mike Robinson from Game Day Nation joins us now. And Mike, Rob, Avon Lake defense really held that Central Catholic offense in check basically the entire game, and give a lot of credit for the Central defense. They did what they needed to do. They held Avon Lake to a field goal and field goal attempts, and they almost did enough to win the game for the Central Catholic Irish.
Yeah, they almost did enough, but almost is not enough. When you got to keep the defense on the field, for quite some time, it's going to get tiring and it's going to be cumbersome for that defensive line. You look at big guys up front like Snacks Gregory, who will be moving on at this point. Guys that's 300 pounds, 280 pounds. These are big guys. They are behemoths up front. They can play great defense for you, but the attrition of them playing for a whole 4 quarters and playing majority of all 4 quarters is going to be tough, and that's kind of what we saw here, although they did give a valued effort.
Let's talk a little bit about the play that almost won the game for Central Catholic. A lot of credit to the Irish defense. They did force that turnover late in the 4th quarter, returned it for the touchdown, but a block that I believe John Gibson correctly pointed out during the broadcast that 10, 15 years ago, it would probably be a legal play, but now it is not a legal play. It is very much a play that has been ruled illegal because of safety, and we certainly understand the safety aspect of those crackback blocks and want to make sure that people see what they're hitting and people see when they are being hit.
Yeah, and if you add that into the penalty count, that was one of those 4 big personal foul penalties that Central Catholic had got. That was probably the most, crucial one of them all, because that took away a touchdown. That took away, an individual effort played by a couple of different individuals on that defense to be able to pull that ball out and then take it the distance. The block, in my opinion, 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago, it wouldn't have been a penalty. It shouldn't have been a penalty, in my opinion, but I do understand the safety precautions, but that was the straw that broke the camel's back for the Central Catholic football team.
So Central Catholic season comes to an end in Michigan. Playoffs began this week, and, well, the Whiteford Bobcats, they get in the postseason just about every year. Everybody got in this year for Michigan, obviously, but there is a legacy of tradition, of excellence for the Whiteford Bobcats under Jason Mensing, and they had a big win tonight over Britton Deerfield. Bobcats, they get in the postseason. They generally win a couple of games. They're going to at least get to week 2 this year.
When you think about Coach Mensing, former coach of the year, what that football team aspires to do every year is to get to Ford Field. They've done it before. They've won it when they've had Logan Murphy and company. This is a football program with a proud tradition, and they can do it again. You saw tonight the big victory for this football team. They can get it done. They have the pedigree and they have the mentality. They know what they can do because they've been there and done it before.
A young Bobcat team that perhaps is growing up right in front of our eyes.